Hey guys, how's it going? James here from Audio. Hey guys, how's it going? James here from Audio.etc. So yesterday we're doing the Mazda CX-7, isn't it? CX-7? CX-3, okay. I gotta get the phone. Right, so as I was saying, it's actually a Mazda CX-3. I've been getting it wrong this whole week. 2016 Mazda CX-3. Actually a really nice car. Complete leather on the inside. Got this really interesting stereo system with the controls down here and a heads-up display, so that's interesting. The reason I hadn't started filming yet is because I had a jolly good old time figuring out whether these tweeters came out or not. They were flush mounted in there so tightly that I could only get them out really with like my big fingernail, and I'm pretty sure I haven't. It looks pretty good. I'm glad I haven't marked it, so that's good. That's where I'm gonna that's where I'm gonna mount the factory tweeters. Obviously the woofers. Oh yes, in case you guys didn't watch my last little video explaining what was going into this car, I'll show you now. Okay, so it's getting Focal PS-165fx in the front, flex component speakers, and PC-165f in the back, flex coaxial speakers. Not only that, we're also putting Focal BAM and Dynamat sound deadening throughout the car, or not just throughout the car, just in the doors, sorry. So the BAM will be going on the outside skin of the doors, and the Dynamat will be going on the inside skin. And that's everything we're doing. It's definitely going to be a whole day job. Hopefully it doesn't roll over to 2 days, but we'll see what we can get done. Grant's already started taking the back doors off. Well, he's started trying to get one piece of the back doors off. Far out. Late model cars, man, they're put together pretty well. So I guess I'll start taking off the driver's doors and maybe the kick panels or the under dash or something like that, because I'm going to have to mount the crossovers for the front speakers inside the car rather than in the doors, since the tweeter is going to be up on the dash. Battery there. Right, there's a fair bit of stuff on the negative side. So here's where we're at, guys. I got this passenger's door card off, and there's this great big composite panel covering the whole thing, which is either going to make our life really easy or really, really hard, because whether or not we can take this panel off is actually going to determine whether or not we can do the sound deadening on the outer skin, which definitely needs it. This here is an airbag sensor, so that's something I'm particularly aware of. Pretty sure this is the window motor here. So what I'm going to do is disconnect the battery, just so we don't upset any computer sensors, and then I'm going to try and slowly see if that panel would like to come off so we can work in behind it. Okay, I've got all of the obvious screws out that are holding this thing on. I feel like there might be a couple more, but I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. All I can really do now,
I don't think these back windows go down very far.
slowly pry this off. I think it's actually all good. I think this is here for service purposes. There is a cable from this one jumping straight up, jumping off upwards. This one has a cable jumping upwards, but it might.
Anything?
Oh yeah, here we go.
Right, now.
Oh yeah, I see it, yep. You're right, too, because these attach to a bar, which that's attached to, and that goes to the door.
You undo that one there, and this whole bar comes out. This is just my theory of how it's going to come on. You undo those two.
This just comes out.
It's easy to get them out from this side than trying to get
Exactly, that's why I'm doing it this way.
Turn it upside down and look.
Yeah. To the back side. There we go. Gotcha. Okay.
Where's that sensor there?
There it is.
Don't know if it's here,
There we go. I think I might unplug the window one as well. There we go, guys. That was fun, but at least now we've got a good working space for the rear sound deadening.
that patch there.
Bam, bam, and then Dynamat's going to be all on the outside of this thing.
I think put the dynamite here.
No, we do BAM on the whole inside skin. Bang! Okay guys, so where I'm up to now is I'm going to wax and grease this whole surface, clean it all up, get it a wee bit warm with the heater, and then start deadening it. Oh yeah! Sound deadening. Alright, so I got the first piece in. Actually went in like a dream. No worries, managed to get it all the way down in there. Don't know if you'd be able to see it in the time lapse, but it went in so beautifully. Got the next piece here. I'm pretty sure I've got the measurements right to fill in this gap, but I may have to. I'm definitely going to trim it to fit the handle in, and maybe some down here. I'm not sure. In case also I didn't point out, I do have the heater pointed at the door, which is just warming this whole surface up, which makes this stuff tack to it a lot better. So I'm going to try and put this one in and film it in real time. So this is a much bigger bit. Got a feeling it's going to actually be too big. What I like to do with these bigger bits that are quite hard to handle, I think what I will do is cut it, I'm going to cut it in half and then do it in two sections. It should make it easier. Should have separated that. Okay, see if I can get this in. Always do a test fit first. That's actually pretty good. Almost a perfect fit. Oh, actually no. It's a perfect fit. Look at that. It stops right here with the handle. Front one.
Magnet should be just going.
Oh, perfect. Damn, that looks good. That's going to do a piece down this end. Boom. Wait, not boom. Yes, boom. Boom. That fits perfectly like that. There we go. And the rest of this stuff. Go. Okay guys, it's one door's outer skin done. As you can see, I've got BAM going all the way to the corners, and then this piece here, which is kind of hard to see, but it actually goes all the way to the very end there. Done. Take a picture. Okay, so whole outer skin done now. Time to do some dynamating. Originally I was going to put it all along this outer face here, but Grant had a suggestion, which actually isn't too silly. He's thinking about putting it on the inside face of the skin for a cleaner install, and also because it just like it's accessible. It's completely flat all the way along the inside here, and also that big piece of plastic over there comes all the way out to here, which means there's a whole section of metal that I'm not going to be able to deaden. But if I do it on the inside, then I can do a lot more stuff. There's only one piece that I won't be able to deaden, and that's right behind here. There's a big plastic motor thing, but I think just one section missing isn't going to be too big of a deal. I could put a wee piece just there on its own, but it wouldn't look too good. But I think I'm going to do this whole inside. Give it a go. Okay guys, so what I've managed to do is get a big piece of Dynamat sitting in the door card. I've managed to cut it like to shape so that it sits in there pretty good, and I've marked with the vivid on the back of here what pieces I need to cut out, and then hopefully I'm going to be able to put that all in as one big piece. Hopefully this works. I'm going to cut a wee bit wider than the vivid mark because I actually want to be able to fold it over the metal and around. There is our piece, which is hopefully going to fit in perfectly behind there. Door first. Let's get this out. All in one go. There we go, it's all in. Okay guys, so where we're at now, I've got all that internal sound deadening done. Runs all the way from here, along, all of that is covered up about there, up and behind here, and stops about there. The piece of material that I had that I put up here wasn't wide enough to do the wrap around the lip thing, but it's not a huge deal. Like, it comes all the way, it actually comes almost all the way to this very edge here, just doesn't quite wrap around, but it's no worries because it sounds way better. Probably do a knock test now to see what difference. You turn this off now. I had the heater going on the door just to make the metal nice and hot so that the sound even takes to it. That sounds pretty good. Let's try the driver's door. This one hasn't been deadened. As you can see, it's way more tinny. I'm not going to put the door card back on yet because I'm hoping I might actually be able to put the crossover in here and run a wire back through the grommet up to the tweeter. After Grant's finished with a baffle, I'll try to get the woofer in. Okay, so here's the factory tweeter. I've managed to get the actual tweeter disconnected from the grill. So what I'm going to try and do now is get the focal tweeter secured into here. So this tweeter is actually quite a lot bigger than the one that was in there. So I'm probably going to have to cut a lot of this pieces of plastic off for it to fit in there. Yeah, no, I'm going to leave the grill on it because that's the only thing preventing anything from touching the mesh, but I'm going to have to cut off all of these. That should work. I think what I'm going to do to secure this is I'm going to use, some dabs of hot glue for the meantime to hold it on there while I put some RTV on it and let that dry over 24 hours. So as you can see, I've just literally just slapping the grill straight into behind this one. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do with the big funky old crossover, and I'm hoping I can put it in the door somewhere. Here's a little trick I use to try and see where it's going to fit. I put the door card slotted straight into the door where it sits, and that gives you a really good way to see how it translates across. There's a lot of room just here inside the door card, so that is kind of like around about there, but the thing is, as you can see, it would only really secure like in one or two places here, and then there's like nothing to support it from the back. So I'm thinking what I might do just for structural strength wise, I'm actually going to put it inside the door card here. Oh, you kind of do have to hold it while you do this, otherwise it could fall out. And then I'm going to run so I'm going to sit that probably in there, support it somehow, run wires all the way up here to where the window controller goes, and then have a CS6 connector and then another one following over with this one. So that's where the window connects on. So you'll be able to plug that one in and plug the next one in, and it will all go. So that's what I'm thinking I'll do. Wires from the woofer, the tweeter, and the input will just follow along this CS6 connector, which will then connect up here, and the wires will go along into the crossover. Sounds like a plan. Okay. So crossover is in the door card. I haven't done the wires for it yet, but I've done most of the wiring up here. Got my speaker wires. These are the three sets of wires which are going to go to the CS6 to connect to the door card. That's the tweeter wire I have to run, but now we've got the baffle on. I'm going to try and put the woofer on now. It's a nice pretty woofer. I love the terminals on these speakers. They're so freaking hard, you can't break them. Also, because they're thick, it means that the crimps aren't going to come off. Now, will it work with the wiring at the bottom? That's the question. No, I think it's pushing on the middle, so what I'm going to do is rotate it up to that side. That works better. These cast baskets are like just on the money for how big these holes are. You actually almost thread the screws through the metal even though it's cast. That one's the woofer. Negative, positive. Nice, it's good. So that's the woofer, that's the audio source, and that's the tweeter wire. Hopefully you guys can see this, but this thing just pops off, exposing all the wires to the grommet, which is going to make getting the wire, this tweeter wire, through here and into the cavity up there to the tweeter. It's going to make that real easy, which is what I like. It's what I like. Let's check and see if we can get a wire through there. I think we should be able to. Yes, we can. Boom, figured it out, Grant. Without a mouse wire or anything, just by the pure skill of the car audio gods. There we go. Huh? Oh, yeah, it works fucking good, doesn't it? Okay guys, got the door card finished, so crossover's secured in there, just using the OEM screw through there that is normally along there to hold that in. It's not going anywhere. Crimps at the connection end here so they can't come out. Nice cable tie there which is going through that screw there holding it on, a loop cable tie. And then there is the CX-3 plug which comes out right by the window switch. So now I'm going to put it on the door. Hopefully it's all good. Good. Man. One door done. It's only 2 o'clock. Oh wait, we're not really done though, are we? Because I haven't done the tweeter yet. Oh, that time it was a bit better. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. It's not as tight as it was with the OEM one, but at least this means it can come back up at some point if you need to. It's easier to get back up. That looks good. There we go, guys. Tweeter is in. Obviously you can't really tell, all you're looking at is a grill. Just got to put this A-pillar back on and then the front left side will be pretty much done. Only thing is, we don't know if it works or not because we've got the battery unplugged and we can't plug it back in until we're done with the right rear. Yay! Thunder! Baffle's done, speaker wires, just got to put the coaxial speaker in now. What the?